Tonight is our first official membership night of Soul Support, and welcome to the sanctuary. It's a little toasty in here in my room. I'm going to turn my air conditioning on, and I hope that doesn't make too much noise. I feel a hot flash coming on. So give me a few minutes here for the camera to adjust and for the heat to cool down. I'm really glad you could attend tonight. We're going to be looking at some of the current energies that you may be being affected by with the pandemic going on right now. And also I'm going to be looking at the mechanics of your energetic body tonight and helping to make sure that your mechanics are correct. And I'll be looking at your energy channels and your chakras, make sure they're spinning. So it's going to be a good, thorough overhaul. Overall healing, but it could be an overhaul for some of you as well. So good job attending tonight. And I think to get started, we could all just take a few breaths in and exhale. So let's just get some oxygen into our bodies. So inhale and exhale. And inhale again. And exhale. And one more. And exhale. Welcome to the sanctuary. This is a space that I've been keeping for years now, and it is a space that is vibrates at gold. So I keep it at the vibration of truth, freedom, forgiveness, and some amusement. And I wanted to invite all of you into this space tonight for a great healing. And in this space, I invite you to come and learn a little bit more about yourself, your own spiritual nature, more about who you are and what your spiritual goals are this lifetime. And you can do that by attending these healings and listening to yourself and finding a nice quiet meditative space while you're in the sanctuary. So for tonight's healing, you can rest, you can lay down in your bed if you want to receive the healing. You could sit with a straight back with your feet flat on the floor. It's really up to you how you want to receive this healing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll be giving you some communication as to what I see based on a collective of what I'm looking at with all the members of the sanctuary and what everyone's matches are. So this is how I work with you all to help you clear foreign energy, pain pictures, and things like beings or agreements that you're ready to let go of. I do this by looking at a collective of everyone in the sanctuary and working on what are called matching pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and get started tonight. You can just rest and receive the healing. All right. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to be communicating to you as if it was you straight across from me that I'm talking to. And I'm going to begin by grounding you and your energetic body. And some of the first energies I see around you and your body are, and I may sound like a broken record from the last healing I did, but we're probably going to be seeing some of the same familiar energies that are prevalent because of the pandemic. And the first one I see is anxiety. I see that as a white energy, kind of a whitish gray that I'm going to be clearing. And there's a lot of backed up, unspoken words in the throat chakra. So it looks to me like you've either been withholding your truth, from speaking your truth, Also, I see great restraint in you to keep the peace. If there are people that you are living with in the home, I see a lot of restraint going on in the fifth chakra, that's your throat chakra, to try to keep peace. And the anxiety was actually covering up some irritation, some anger, and annoyance. I see those as red energies. There's also this funny energy that I'm going to clear that's kind of like a start, stop, start, stop, start, stop energy. And to me, it looks like it's from the unknown of when things will get back to normal, and kind of how we've been hearing mixed messages as to whether to stay at home or to open up businesses. And it's creating confusion. And that's what I'm looking at clearing, is the confusion. Like, are we supposed to move ahead? Are we supposed to stay in place? What are we doing? Start, stop, start, stop. So I'm clearing that energy. And I'm smiling because I have compassion for you. There's a lot of energy of, like, the energy of this is getting old, the staying at home, the being on lockdown. And that's kind of a weird yellow energy of getting tired of not being able to get out and about. And with that is releasing crankiness. The other big energy I see in your space is a lack of space from other people that you may be living with. And I'm going to work on the aura now and start to clear out the aura. There's a thick gray of monotony coming out. And I also hear the energy of paranoia coming out, where falling into a fear picture that everything's going to not work out, things are going wrong. I want to clear that. I see you staying in present time better than 2 weeks ago when we did the healing a couple weeks ago, and you were out in future time quite a bit. But today I see you a lot more in present time with a little bit of fear in front of you, like before your next step. So we're going to clear that, the energy in front of you, blocking your next step. And I just see that as fear right now. There's a level of boredom coming out, and I personally believe that has to do with a break in the communication between you and divinity, and where you fall out of communication as to what your spiritual goals are. And boredom comes from not really being in tune with what your spiritual goals are, being cut off from them, and not really having that information about what you want to create as your next steps. So tonight I'm going to do a healing on your divine communication and clean that connection out. When we look at it as readers, what we're looking at is the symbol of a person with a gold line of energy going from their crown chakra straight up to a big gold sun above the head. And the sun actually is a symbol for divinity or supreme being. And what I'm doing is just making sure that that connection from your crown chakra to supreme being vibrates at gold and is clear. And what's very interesting to me is when I go to clear this space, there's actually a lot of concern about the planet and the planet's health between your crown and supreme being. So some of the energy that is clogging up that supreme being communication line has to do with worries about the planet and the planet's longevity. So I'm going to do a healing on that. Clearing that energy and those fears about the planet really helped you shift the energy in your whole energetic body. And I saw that take a big jump up to a bright yellow gold. So getting that communication line cleared between you and divinity was extremely helpful. And one of the things you're asking to be filled in with is some playful energy to counter the boredom. So I'm watching divinity bring some playfulness into your aura. I see a lot of relatives in your space, perhaps relatives wanting to know how you're doing or calling you or staying in touch with you. I'm going to give you a little bit of space from the relatives and help move them to the other side of your aura, to the outside, and we can create a gold rose as a communication space for them so that they can go to the gold rose to talk to you rather than go inside your aura. It's time to bring in some big gold suns. Good. Let's go ahead and clear some of the emotions of sadness and grief. There's a lot of the energy of loss and missing people, missing events, missing communications. And there's sadness and grief over that. Pulling the edge of your aura in around you and starting to tuck it in under your feet into your grounding cord. Going to clean out your energy channels now. Make sure that your energy is flowing properly from the top of your head down to the base of your spine. And then your energy channels go from the base of your spine right back up to the top of your head. And they branch out here at your throat chakra, and they travel down your arms and come out your hand chakras. Now, your creative channels in your arms were backed up. So the creative energy wasn't flowing all that well in your arm channels. It's starting to open up though now. And I can see like multicolored creative energy flowing through them again. You have some things that look like flapping strings on your backside. These are called cords. And it's where people who've tried to communicate with you have left lines of energy going from one of their chakras to one of your chakras, and where they forget to take those lines of energy out. So when I turn you around and look at your backside, there are a lot of dangling strings that I'm going to be taking out. And one of the things that I can see you would like a healing on tonight, which I'm going to do right now, is on your freedom, and where your freedom feels a little distant because of the rules that we have to live under right now. So I'm going to give a healing to your space of freedom. So this freedom healing is actually to help your freedom of speech, your freedom of thought, your freedom to take action, and your freedom to operate off of your own information. And I'm going to circle back around to the emotions because I'm seeing some more emotions get stimulated in the heart chakra. So I'm going to do a healing in the heart chakra. And for some of you, loneliness is coming out. To me, loneliness is kind of a similar energy to boredom. I believe it happens when you are out of communication with divinity, supreme being. As that divine communication space comes back up to gold, I can see the loneliness starting to release. And that was a white energy. And now I'm going to work on clearing your crown chakra and helping you start to raise the energy vibration of your crown chakra. Because when we raise the vibration of the chakra here on top of our heads, also known as our crown chakra, it helps to raise the energy vibration of all the descending chakras underneath it. And I'm clearing out this kind of grainy type of energy in the crown chakra that represents the roughness of the energy that's going around the globe right now. And that just happens to be collecting in the crown chakra with everyone. It's kind of a gravelly, rough energy that I'm going to take out. I'm also watching a lot of invalidation come out of the crown chakras. It looks to me like you might be hitting uncertainty about the steps that you're taking and questioning whether you're on the right path. So we're going to clear the uncertainty and the invalidation. You're getting a lovely peachy gold luster to you in your energetic body right now. And what I'd like to do is say hello to your love levels. And I'm asking Divinity to give you a self-affinity healing right now. That would be a healing on how to like and love yourself. One of the things I just got to watch in that healing was where Divinity pointed out to you all the places where you've been holding bad words against yourself or thoughts of yourself as being diminished or less than. And so part of that healing for self-love was watching you release a lot of the self-recrimination that you might speak to yourself without even knowing sometimes. So that was a really great release. I got to see a lot of things that you hold against yourself be released. And then more of that peachy gold being brought in and that bright yellow gold forgiveness. Just checking your overall space right now. I want to help you ground any survival energy that you might be experiencing in that first chakra at the base of your spine. We want to make sure that's cleared out so it's not affecting you or your financial levels. And I'm watching you bring in a really pretty medium blue for your certainty and bringing that into your crown chakra and starting to replenish your energy with your certainty. Also see you bringing love in and replenishing with love. And I'm clearing some low-level beings out of this space for you. Good. I can see a little fountain coming up from on top of your head, which is what we want to see. So your energy is flowing well in your channels. Your chakras are spinning. And I'm going to help you bring in some creative energy so that you don't have to be bored and so that you can continue to pursue your spiritual goals and come up with fun, inventive things to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start collecting up your energy from past, present, and future time. I'm bringing that gold sun into your space right now and filling you up. And I'll see if Divinity has a next step for you. Well, the message I got was really interesting. It was use a brand new hello tomorrow. Like reset the energy tomorrow for a brand new fresh day. And however you're used to saying hello to people or hello to the day, change it up tomorrow. So that leaves it wide open for you. I also saw a really beautiful spring green as a next step color with some bright yellow gold. And your aura has been tucked in around you, close to your body. Try to keep it about 2 to 3 feet from the edge of your body. And tucked in, grounded underneath your feet. You look good. I hope you enjoyed that healing, and you can go ahead and create a gold sun above your own head and fill in now with a big gold sun for yourself. And may it be with the blessing of divinity that this healing for everyone in the sanctuary tonight be complete. Amen. You can take your time getting up or opening your eyes. I want to thank you for coming. I have a couple of quick announcements. I came up with my calendar for next month, and we're going to do some more free healings and a free meditation. My free healing next month will be on prosperity. And let me find my calendar. That's going to be on May 14th. It's a Thursday night. And then the following Thursday night will be, oh, excuse me, that is the free healing on prosperity. Then the following Thursday night, I'm going to hold a free meditation on how to ground your money. So I'm very excited about that. That's always a fun class. And you'll have to bring your wallet and your checkbook to that class. And then the following week is our regular membership healing night, and that will be the 28th. I guess that'll be the fourth Thursday of the month in May. So I'll be sending out my announcement close to the first of the month so that you get those dates. And I want to thank you very, very much for joining me tonight. I appreciate your comments and suggestions for future healings. And I hope you have a wonderful week. Got my eyes on you. Have a great night tonight.